Hello and welcome, Virgo, to your month of April reading. This is going to be a reading that shows you a general timeline of what you can expect the energies to look like for you this month. So we have the general progression, and then we're going to clarify deeper and do a love reading, a relationship reading, an abundance reading, and a career, life purpose, business, success reading. And then at the very end, I'm going to have you bring one question to the top of your mind. So you might have a question that you want to answer for now, or one might arise as we go through the reading. So that's why we wait to the very end to see if anything comes up. And with that question at the top of your mind, I'm going to pull an Angel's Answer card and give you some additional guidance on that particular question. So if you were just tuning in for the first time to my channel, I want to give you a warm welcome. Thank you so much. My name is Rachel, and I'm the owner of Reiki with Rachel, where I specialize in energy work and personal card readings. Now I have two announcements and then we'll get started. The first is I'm teaming up with a good friend of mine and a business mentor and coach, and we are going to provide a free webinar on April 2nd. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that is called the Weekly Shift, and it's going to kickstart this Weekly Shift program that we are putting on. So basically, it's a combination of mindset, diving deep into your subconscious, your habits, things that need to be brought up to the surface, eliminating those that don't serve you, restructuring your thinking patterns. We're going to mix that with more metaphysical energy work. So that's why we're a good team, because I really do a lot of the metaphysical part, and he has the background of a coach, coaching people to find success. So we kind of teamed up to provide both of that for you. Completely free. Link to that is below. Tuesday, April 2nd. The second announcement very quickly is I'm offering this moon cycle package. And so it gives two extensive readings for this month, and it gives a full moon clearing and manifesting session and a new moon intention setting and energy healing session. So I'm asking for an energy donation of $5 to get access to all four of the two readings and the two intensive sessions. And if you're interested in that, you can get instant access below. Okay, so with all the housekeeping done, let's get started to your reading. This is going to be about a week-by-week timeline-ish. Don't hold me to it. The energy is very fluid, but this is going to give you a general progression of the energy. So we start the first week of April with the High Priestess in reverse. The High Priestess is really talking about the subconscious versus the superconscious, your ingrained subconscious beliefs versus your inner knowing, what your higher self is trying to tell you, and your intuition. And when she comes in reverse, what I'm feeling like, and this just taking an overall look at the spread very quickly, I'm feeling like this month is going to be one of a spiritual journey for you, where you are no longer aligning with your subconscious pain, but rather you're healing a lot of that so that you can realign with your higher knowing, with your soul's calling, what's good for your soul. But we start the month off with some things being brought to the surface, possibly. We're just coming out of Mercury retrograde, so that could have brought a lot of stuff up, and you're being encouraged to look at it. What is the truth versus what is something that you've picked up along the way? It's a time to really allow yourself to feel pain that you're holding within you. Allow yourself to examine some of these belief systems that don't serve you, rather than trying to kind of push it down or saying, I know that I had this go on in my life, but it hasn't affected me. It hasn't affected me. We're good. We're moving on. It's really a time to allow these things to come up so you can examine them, so you can release them. And so I want to show you the clarifying card that came out, and it's the Envy card in reverse. And this is a card that speaks on multiple levels. This can be a card where you are possibly looking to the outside and saying, you hurt me, you are hurting me. if my life would be better if these things were just better in it. My life would be better if people were just different. My life would be better if, the others who I'm close to could get their shit together. It's kind of that sort of feeling for some. For others, the envy card could be talking about comparing yourself to others. Saying like, oh, I just feel different. I don't fit in. Like others seem to just know what to do. They seem to be happy and it's just easy for them. And I'm not able to just get there no matter how hard I try. So that energy could be going on for others. Now, since this card came in reverse, it's talking about a reversal of that. So again, it is time to take up just a very clear look at your own pain, your own thoughts, your own beliefs, and how they're not serving you. So yeah, others in your life can be a pain. They can, or not even a pain, but for some, like maybe others in your life are like going through something and you're trying to help them and you're taking that on yourself. So I'm not trying to take away from the reality that this world can be challenging at times, but it's not a time to focus your energy on anybody but yourself. So it's a time to remove yourself a little bit and focus on what it is within you that could be taking away from your own joy and your own happiness. Again, examining it and letting it go. And that's going to set the tone for the whole rest of the month because we are releasing a lot this month. So let's move now on to the second week. So we get the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So the Four of Pentacles, when it comes upright, is talking about not really feeling supported by the world that you live in. And just kind of feeling like, if you look at him, he's all balled up and he's just closed off. And he has this protective shield around him. He's just like, nope, like my energy's my energy, my stuff's my stuff. I'm staying here in my safe little ball because this world hurts me. Okay? So that's where he is when he's upright. When he's in reverse, it's dropping some of the defense mechanisms. Again, kind of going along with that healing theme that's really underlying everything for you this entire month. Because I want to show you now the clarifying card. And this is the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. It might be a good angel. If you feel aligned with the archangels, Archangel Uriel might be a good angel for you to call on during this entire month. Especially, I just heard, during the moon cycles. Because that's a time of shifting and transformation. But this is the archangel who is associated with divine guidance, with opening up your crown chakra. So as you release some of these defense mechanisms, as you open yourself up a little more, you release the beliefs that don't serve you, you release patterns that don't serve you. Maybe you are releasing some people in your life who don't serve you. It's just like a letting go so that you can open yourself up so you don't have to feel like you're just trying to protect yourself all the time. As you do that, then you are opening up to the divine. You are going to begin to see this world, begin to see yourself in a whole new manner, through a whole new lens and perception. But it's just the process of getting there. So these two cards come up to show you contrast. You're freeing up your energy. You're allowing things to come up that don't serve you. You're allowing your beautiful light to shine. And more every day, if you allow yourself to go with the energies that are being presented to you, more and more you're going to open yourself up to your intuition, to guidance, to what your next steps are. All right, so let's move. Can't talk. Let's move now on to the third-ish week, and we get the Hierophant in reverse. So again, spiritual lessons. It's just, that's the theme, and we're sticking to it, right? The clarifying card is a woman holding the heart in reverse. What I'm feeling like is you are realigning with your heart chakra. You are doing some heart healing and you're also realigning with a place of unconditional self-love, a place where it doesn't matter what others do, say, how they act. You are on your own spiritual journey, and you are realigning with what your heart truly wants, who you are as this divine being. Well, yeah, 3 cards came out for that. The door to romance in reverse. So as you do this, as you allow these energies to process, you are opening up the door for more love to come into your life and for you to be able to give more love. But it starts from within you. So since this is in reverse, what I'm feeling like is this door might be shut a little bit. Like, again, it's a defense mechanism. I don't want to be hurt by others, so I'm going to shut the door to my heart. You can kind of see that the heart in this picture is caged off a bit, but there's a key, and the key is right next to it. So you are holding the key to open up your heart for your own joy, for your own self-love. Let's see what the 3rd card has to say. Okay. Another reversal. This is the 2nd chakra. I'll put it in reverse. This is what's underlying all of the energy. The 2nd chakra is where we hold all of our emotions. That's where our inner child resides. That's where all our emotions are. Our pain as well as our joy is there. So since it came in reverse, possibly for some, your 2nd chakra might have been a little sleepy. Just with the defenses, it sucks to feel the pain. It sucks, especially for those of you who might be empaths and you just have felt it your whole life, or those of you who others in your life are struggling or going through something and you feel it. So a lot of times we shut down our heart chakra, we shut down our 2nd chakra because we don't want to feel the pain in our heart. We don't want to feel the pain of some of these emotions. But it is time, and towards the 3rd week is whenever the full moon is, and that's a time for release. So you don't have to sit in any pain that you've been carrying or any pain that you may have picked up from others. You don't have to sit in it, but you must process it in some way for it to release. So that can be a meditation, that can be an energy healing session, that can be just setting the intention and writing down everything that you want to release and then be done with it. You can allow it to just pass. You don't have to hold on to it, but a lot of times we do feel it. Like, we might feel the anger, we might have some tears as it processes, but if you don't allow your mind to wrap onto it and cling onto certain things, then it will pass. And this is all part of your spiritual journey. This is all part. It's like you are freeing yourself. You are ridding yourself of that which does not serve you, that which you've been holding on to, that is not yours. That was never yours to begin with, but you just picked it up somewhere along the way. It's just like I'm done. And that's what this month is about for you. And as you do so, you're aligning more and more spiritually. And as you align more and more spiritually, then more healing opportunities will arise. So it's very twofold kind of journey that you're going through. And let's look at the last card, and this is the Ace of Pentacles. So we go through all of this, right? This was this was a more serious reading. But then we end with the Ace of Pentacles, which is talking about manifestations. It's talking about physical manifestations that are starting in your life. So whatever you want to see in your life, whether it's in your relationships, in your job, in your abundance, this process that you go through this month, this healing process, this spiritual alignment, is what's going to bring that in. You didn't get any cards of action, you have to charge ahead. You didn't get any mental cards of you really have to plan or think. You got all of these just healing cards and spiritual cards, and at the end, you got the physical manifestation. So let me show you the clarifying card that came out. And this is the contract card. So this also speaks on 2 different levels. The first is the release of contracts that do not serve you any longer. The release of any vows of poverty or feeling unworthy of love or anything like that. By the end of this month, you will have released a lot of these. The second piece of this is starting something new. I mean, this contract card comes up when we're talking about marriage and buying a house and starting a business and something dealing with contracts. So that could definitely play into the Ace of Pentacles, starting something new. What I want to draw your attention to are the scales. So it's just like this whole month is bringing you into balance, first on the inside, and then you will find it in your outside world. So I want to show you one last tarot card before we get into the more specialized readings, because this card, when I was shuffling, just shuffling the first time, it came flying out. So I feel like this is possibly an underlying message, and it will make a lot of sense. It's the Five of Swords, which is the card I always associate with the ego. I'm feeling like there's a bit of an ego death or transformation for you. And your ego might put up a bit of a fight, to be honest with you. It's like he flew out to make himself known. I'm not trying to cause fear or anything, but it's just to make you aware. He flew out to be like, hey, I'm here. And that's what he's going to do this whole month. The ego's going to say, no, don't change. You have to be this way. You have to think this way. You know, I know that this isn't fun, but this is how we are, and we're not changing. That's what the ego does. The ego bases everything on the past, never on the future, never where you're going. So you're only, the ego's only going to hold you stuck and stagnant, and it's going to do everything it can to prevent you from growing. But if you recognize it as such, and really, truly, the ego's trying to keep you safe. It gets a bad rap, but that's what the ego's doing. So recognize it. As the ego flares up for you this month, just say, thank you. I know that you protected me in the past, and I know that some of these patterns have protected me, but I do not need them anymore. And you have to release these so that I can move on and we can grow and we will be safe. Okay, so let's move now on to your specific readings, starting with love and romance. So whether you are single or in a relationship, even if you're in a super happy 25-year marriage, the cards can even speak to how to deepen that, right? And the one card that you got was give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So if you are in a super happy marriage, what is something that you might want to work on? What's something that maybe just due to complacency it has fell by the wayside? It's a time to bring that back, light the fire a bit. If you are in a relationship where you're just unsure or maybe struggling a bit, this card is speaking to give it a chance. You're going through this healing journey. By the end of this month, a lot of you are going to be very, very different than where you started. So don't make any huge decisions on your relationships. Give it a chance, work on it, allow it to help you on this journey. And if you're single, this is talking about giving relationships a chance in general, not closing yourself off to them, opening yourself up to love, and then seeing what the world presents to you. Okay, so let's now move on to your abundance reading. What is going to help your abundance this month? Have courage to ask for and accept help. So this can be help for business ideas, maybe finding a recruiter for a job, maybe seeking the help of a counselor or a coach, a financial advisor, a financial planner, something very physical, wherever you believe that if somebody can help you in regards to your finances, you don't have to do it all alone, or your abundance. I mean, and this can be an abundance of love. This can be seeking a marriage therapist or something. This is just any area of your life that you feel there is lack in any way. This month is a good month to reach out and allow others to help you. Now, the other side of this is allowing the angels and the guides and the universe to help you. So calling on them. Remember I mentioned calling on Archangel Uriel. It would be a good month to do so if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling indecisive or unsure. Take a step back, take a breath, and ask God, Source, Spirit, the angels, your guide, your higher self, to help, to intervene, to give you guidance. and they will. Let's now move on to your career, life purpose. If you're starting a business, any creative ventures, like what you really feel called to do. And 2 cards came out for that. The first one is keep going. Again, you're just transforming like crazy, and by the end of this month, we get physical manifestation. So keep going, keep going, keep going with whatever you are doing. And the second one, open your heart to love. It says the more you open your heart and pour your love into your creations, the greater life force energy. The greater their life force energy. As you open yourself to love, then you're able to pour that energy into everything that you do, whether that is applying for a job. What is the energy that you do that with? Is it one of, oh, here we go again? Or is it one of, wow, this would be amazing. I'm going to pour all my energy into this. Or your creative projects, or marketing your business. Whatever it is, coming from that space of love. And just keep going and trust that things are working out in divine timing. That is what's going to help you find success and take you to the next steps on your journey. And finally, think of that one question. If anything came up during the reading, if you had any question from before, think of it now, bring it to the top of your mind. We're asking the angels for guidance. Okay, let's see. 2 cards came out for you. Wait. The wait card is not a no card. The wait card is an energy progression. And then the second card that came out with it is improving health. So I'm feeling like both of these cards are coming to say whatever you are asking about, then you need to get yourself mind, body, spirit to a place this month where you're ready to really, whatever the answer to your question, you're really ready to take on the next steps, or, move on to this next stage in your life, like whatever it is that you're concerned about or that you're questioning, it starts from within you and getting yourself healthy mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And things will play out. There's no need to force anything. That's really what I'm feeling. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. If you are interested in the Moon Cycle package or the free webinar, both links are below. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading. I'm sending you so much love and positive energy on this beautiful healing and spiritual journey. So much love.